these are my new Advertism Collages, which I've made by cutting out the pages of my new booklet, which I shall show you now. Here's my new booklet that I'm giving out at Camden, and I'll be including in the parcel, if anyone buys any of my work, I'll just put one of these booklets in, which have got some of the projects I'm working on. But they're all done, they're all double-sided. They're various sizes because I hand cut the cardboard. 2 pieces of cardboard, jute string, twine, tied together. I PVA glue them to the cardboard. This is good quality cardboard, it's thick, double corrugated. I salvage, as you can see here, I salvage cardboard from the streets, bring it home. This is my new office, by the way, so I'm still getting my new office sorted out. And I PVA glue the pages on. And then I PVA glue this text. This is individually hand stamped lettering, so I do one letter at a time in Caligo, good quality printing inks on paper. I've written some stuff as well in permanent marker, red and black permanent marker, some computer printed text that I've PVA glued on, and all of this stuff relates to projects I'm involved in, particularly Black Ivory, which is myself, Emma Pugmire and Ron Troop. We're an art collective called Black Ivory, and we're currently, well, we're always working on different stuff. These are all signed in permanent marker, they're numbered. I do lots of numbered editions, not limited edition, but numbered. I've done 6 of these so far, so this is the first batch. I imagine I'll do plenty more because I'll be giving these away at Camden to anyone who passes by and wants to do a 1-minute interview for my YouTube channel, because I'm the Camden Market free art man. And I'll be selling them in my Etsy and eBay shops. They hang on the wall, they're ready to hang. This one has a piece of string. And this one, or these 2, the first 2, which this is number 1, this is number 2 of the series, which there's not a lot of point showing you because these ones aren't for sale, but on these ones, the first 2, I put some rails at the top, which I do on quite a lot of my work. I tie cardboard rails, so these hang on one nail like that on the wall. But I only did that for the first 2, and then for the others I did string. Like this one, for example, number 6, the last of the 6. You've got, if you want to hang it that way up, there's a bit of string, and then there's another bit of string for the other way. So you don't need to buy a frame, you don't need to buy any attachments. I try to discourage people using frames for my work because I don't think glass is a good idea to put in front of artworks. It effectively makes them all look like prints, in my opinion. So you've got sunflowers and all those paintings in the National Gallery, all behind glass. This one bit of string, but you can have it both ways, hang it both ways. This one's number 3. This one's number 4, pretty much the same as number 3, similar size. This one's number 5. So I have 1, 2, yeah, I think I've done all 6 of them now. Number 5. And I'll just describe to you some of the stuff. So the first one, that's black ivory. Oh, on some of them you see the jute string goes through the print. That's the front page of the booklet. Strawberry Cake is a band I'm in with Mooney Rah Rah. Free Art Frees Art. That's my campaign. I don't think the system we have with galleries is a good system. I think the problem, well, I don't know, I won't go into too much detail about it in this video, but artists stick these sky high prices on their artwork because their heads are living in gallery world, and I think it's not the way to go. But to find out more about that, look at blackivory.org and look at my other videos. Here's some links to my social media and to my Substack. If you want to join my Substack, I'd appreciate it. I'd like to get up to 10 followers on Substack so I can do live broadcasts. And if you'd pay, that would help me out a little bit as well. If you want to get the paid subscription, then you get extra stuff. But I haven't worked out exactly what. But it means you can read all my posts, which currently only paid subscribers can do. But I've only got one paid subscriber. So he's the only one who gets all the secrets. John P is the testnet cryptocurrency for cryptocurrency, which is cryptocurrency but only with one R in the middle. And that's the project I'm working on with Ron Troop in America doing Slumpu. Now Slumpu is the Ethereum of art. Ron lives in New York in America. R-O-N, his surname is T-H-R-O-O-P, but it's pronounced Troop. He's doing Slumpu. The Camden Market Free Art Man, go to camdenmarketfreeartman.com to find out about that, but it's me giving my art away for free. Bio, some of the things I've done in the past. Then all this stuff I won't go through, but more info on that one. Pattaya Collabs. Pattaya is a place in Thailand which is full of, it's the red light district of Thailand essentially, and I went there and did a load of drawings with a load of bar girls in my hotel room, and then took them back here. Well, I took one of the girls back here, but took all the drawings. Heckles Horse Jr. These are my own versions of the Heckles Horse paintings I make with Billy Childish in his Chatham Dockyard studio. Edgeworth Band, that's Emma and I playing at the Hope and Anchor in Islington, one of our gigs. Actually, that was our first gig. Black Ivory lets anarchists create cash in violation of rogue yes men. That's cryptocurrency. It's got all the QR codes for all the URLs. Nirvana covers, that's Emma and I covering a load of Nirvana songs. I've got an album on YouTube of all my Nirvana covers. Black Francis collab. Black Francis is a musician. He's most well known for being the singer in the Pixies. Him and I have collaborated, although that's me photographing him with a painting he did. But then, like a year later, I reminded him that his painting's still in Chatham Dockyard, and he said, "Oh, just paint over it or something." And I said, "Well, I'm not going to paint over your work, but I'll paint into it," because he said it wasn't finished. So me and Black Francis have only ever done one collaboration painting, and that is it, half done. The original is downstairs somewhere. John Ron, that's John is me, Ron is Ron Troop, who I mentioned earlier. Him and I have done a load of collaboration paintings under the name John Ron. And there's Ron standing with some of them. That same week, there was John Ron Tom, which was me, Ron Troop, and Charles Thompson, who founded Stuckism, did some collaborations, the three of us. But I've only got John Ron here, not John Ron Tom. So that's what this is all advertising. Now the concept between advertism is that it allows artists to get paid without getting paid. So that's why I'm willing to give these away or sell them dirt cheap on eBay and Etsy. If you want a low number, buy one soon, because obviously the sooner you get them, the lower number you'll get.
Drive your